Hello, beautiful people. Nakalina Kinachofajamacha, otherwise known as Chorikeli, and this is Culture Connect. Today, I'm reporting to you live from Flora Park, Polokwane, where the national elections are taking place. And as you can see behind me, people are standing in line to vote. Now, I'm going to go around. Of course, I'm going to ask people some few questions, and we're going to find out what it is that is actually happening, what people are hoping to see the end results of this elections. But for now, stay tuned for more. Alright, we are still here at the national elections, Mo Flora Park, Polokwane. So standing next to me is
TMP Kwale.
Alright, Mr. Kwale, can you please tell us what are you expecting to see the results of these elections?
Well, it's a given. You can see how I'm dressed. I'm here doubtlessly that I'm going to put back the trusted party that has the record of governing the country, the African National Congress. And I hope many people who are here will also be in support of what I'm saying. Vote the ANC back into power so that we can go back to empower our own people. Of course, there are challenges here and there. Crime, corruption, migration, and other issues that need our serious attention. And we most definitely deal with those once we are back in power.
Alright, so just one last question. Someone might say that the ANC already had the chance to rule and to be in power, but they're not seeing the necessary changes that they want to see. So now, why should they still make sure that these leaders are still in power? Why should the ANC still be in power, whereas we're facing the challenges that we're facing right now?
Unless those people are not South Africans, if they are not privy to what has been happening in this country since time immemorial, or ANC has taken from the NP government that has been in charge for over a century. So to undo the damage for more than 100 years, will not take a period of 30 years. There's a lot that has been done by the African National Congress. Of course, there are challenges. We accede to that. Hence, I said earlier that we will correct those. Give us space and more opportunity for us to correct those. We have already done our diagnosis. We know what those challenges are. Believe you me, come the 30th, we will be on top of those challenges.
All right, thank you, sir. You heard it from the man himself. You'll decide who you want to vote. Let's go.
Every morning when I wake up,
All right, standing next to me is Mr. Engelbrecht, who's also a resident of Polokwane. Mr. Engelbrecht, sir, can you tell us, how do you feel about how the election proceedings are going so far?
Ma'am, I'm very disappointed. I'm staying just 2 streets downwards, and before they told us to come and see that all the registrations and your stuff is ready and right, we went to the high school, and I could vote at the high school, but my wife couldn't vote. Same address, same surname. There was a lot of people that happened. We joked there and start saying, but they want the husbands one side, the kids on the other side, and the ladies on the other side. Here they told my wife to split, but which was queuing, that she must go back, and they will phone her in 2 hours' time. Now in 2 hours' time she had to stand outside again in a longer queue, maybe, if they will phone her. What is going on? What is going on with the voting people? The elections people, they tell you, you must do that, and we do that. We did it. Now they say, no, it's your fault. It's not our fault.
Why do you think they're doing this? Do you think there's an ulterior motive behind this? Or?
I'm not sure. I can't say it that because I can't prove it. But there's something fishy. I don't know what.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Thank you, sir, for your concerns. We will go inside and ask the officials as to how the proceedings are going, because honestly, this is not the first person to complain. This is Culture Connect. Stay tuned for more.
Thank you.
This is Culture Connect, and as we have already seen, some of the residents are complaining about how slow the electoral proceedings are moving on this side of town. And of course, I tried to reach and get a comment from the electoral officials who are helping, and unfortunately, they refuse to comment. This is Culture Connect. Stay tuned for more. This is Culture Connect, and standing next to me is the youth of Polokwane, Limpopo. On my left, of course, Rinali's Demo, and on my right, Rinali Osmapito. So I'm going to start with Osmapito. Can you tell us, why is it important for the youth to actually vote?
Yeah, the reason why I think it's important for the youth to vote is that it will help in creating job for us and also getting employed. For example, if you don't vote, as youth, if you don't vote, then there won't be any chances for us to get employed. For example, maybe let's say the reason why your ID, when you submit your CV, they want to check if you've been registered before or voted before. So if you haven't voted before, then you won't get any job. So yeah.
All right, thank you. What about you?
Yeah, as the youth, we have expectations. So it's a good thing for us to go out and vote, so that whatever it is that we want to complain about, say for example, it's in terms of services, maybe not having water and all that, it helps us to have a say, because we had a say in choosing who is to govern us. So it is very important for us, the youth, to come out in numbers and vote, because it helps us to have a voice at the end of the day. That is the big thing.
All right. And then after these elections, what changes are you hoping to see in the country?
First of all, most important one, it's load shedding,
Yeah.
especially in rural areas, and also water. Same applies to rural areas. Like they need to have water and electricity as well. That one is important, very important.
What about you, sir?
For me, what I'm gonna say might make a lot of people angry, but I think the issue of tenders, I think it needs to be done away with, because there is a lot of unemployment amongst the youth. So as the youth, we really need to work. And if you look at the money that goes into the issue of tenders and all this, there can be actually a section in each department that is dedicated to employ and do the work. Say for example, the issue of roads, we have so many roads, but a lot of people are getting tenders and they're getting money for that. So where's that money going? How about we hire 3, 4, 5 people to have an office? They monitor the roads around our town, and they check when there's a need for service. They go, they check how much is needed for the material, how much it exists, and then they work on that. Have people for that day to work on that road. It's also part of the creating employment, because those people can bring in terms of hours. So at the end of the day, just to add, water, load shedding, young people, we have creative minds, we want to start businesses, we want to do that. We need funding, but it's not easy to access funding, because we know what is happening with our elders and all this. They are occupying positions whereby if they can just allow us to get create those employment opportunities and the job creation mindset that we have, then that's going to work. But it also takes us, the youth, to stand up and vote first. Because if we don't vote, there is no way all of this that we are seeing will be had by those who are leading us. Yes, thank you.
True. Thank you guys so much. You heard it right here on Culture Connect. Youth needs to come out in numbers and vote, so that you can see the changes and be the changes that you want to see. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
Every morning when I wake up,
has been Culture Connect. We came and we saw most of the residents are definitely not happy about how their electoral proceedings are moving, as they feel like things are moving slow. Others feel like they're not catered for and or not treated fairly. And as you have seen for yourself, the officials refuse to comment as to how the proceedings should actually go and to address the complaints of the residents. Otherwise, this has been Culture Connect 2024 national elections, coming to you live from Flora Park, Polokwane. Nagalina ke nna Tshogofetso Mahlo, otherwise known as Chokeli. Goodbye and take care.